Welcome back. One person is feared dead after a river burst its banks near a tiny village on Italy's southern coast. This video shows a massive mudslide rushing down the hills of Atrani. Officials say a 25-year-old woman went missing when the coffee bar where she worked was flooded. The rain has let up, but more is expected in the coming days. This weekend is a holiday for Muslims all over the world.
You are looking at the southern coast of Italy right here. There's Amalfi, the Amalfi Coast, and Atrani. Check out this video coming out of Atrani. Really extreme terrain. 5 inches of rain in 12 hours, and boom, debris flowed down this mountain community, just totally wiping out everything in its path. Look at all these cars piled up on top of each other, trying to get through this little tiny road. Unbelievable stuff there. Probably well over a dozen cars being wiped down this mountainside community into, well, heading towards the Mediterranean, I guess. I've never seen anything like that. Unbelievable stuff there in what is typically a beautiful coastline, some quaint little towns there that dot the coast, and get a lot of rain like that, and boy, mudslide like that, wiping out those cars, that's dramatic stuff.
About to show you. First, let me tell you the terrain that we're talking about. This is in Campania, here in Salerno, in the southern part of Italy. There's Amalfi right there. You may not have heard of Atrani, a tiny little village. Well, you're going to hear about it right now. Take a look at these images. Massive flooding as the Dragone River burst its banks. Look at that water, the debris flow, whatever you want to call it, that mud, the torrents of water gushing through this tiny town as the water made its way out to the sea. The sea, by the way, is behind that wall that you see right there. Look at all of these vehicles that were pushed out by the power of the water. The water, isn't that amazing, Aisha? Yeah. You know, so far there's a report of at least one person that has been killed. She was a waitress working at one of the bars. They have not been able to locate that person just yet. This area has been inundated by days and days of rain. In the last 12 hours, actually not in the last 12 hours, but in 12 hours, they had over 120 millimeters of rain. And that's very significant in Atrani. We are going to still see a lot of wet weather across this area, including the possibility of strong wind and even possibly some hail. Isn't that amazing, those pictures?
It was just amazing to see how they tossed those cars around like they were toys.
Yep.
Were almost shocking pictures, dramatic pictures. Thanks for bringing them to us. Appreciate it. Okay, let's take a look at Wall Street now. Let's talk numbers.
May be found in the rubble. Police in southern Italy say a woman is missing after a river burst its banks. You can see there torrential rains unleashing the flooding into a village called Atrani on the Amalfi Coast. Okay, let's take a look now at the international weather picture. Let's go to...
Continue in the area. Things were really awful because, and that may be an understatement. Let me first position it geographically. Southern parts of Italy, south of the city of Napoli, here. Amalfi, this coast, Atrani. These teeny tiny places that are very picturesque went through a nightmare. We're going to roll the video and show you. That's a landslide, actually. And you should see how the cars came rushing down, all piling up on each other, crashing, some with the lights on because of the continuous rains that we had in the area. We cannot ignore that the geography and topography play an important role in this. Of course, it's not the first time that we see so much rain in southern parts of Italy, but in this case, the combination was perfect for this kind of drama. Well, let me show you also that the mountains, of course, when you get so much raining here and then the terrain gives in, it comes crushing down along with the water. It's mud, it's everything together. And that's what happened here. Look, actually, look at the system, and it's still spinning around in southern sections. Now, its movement towards the Balkan Peninsula and other parts of Europe is going to allow the weather to be much better, especially in western parts of Europe. So it's your turn in France now, after some bad weather. It's your turn in Spain, and some in England as well, because we see the rain in Wales mostly. So through Saturday, we're going to see that low moving southward a little bit into Greece as well. Italy will not be out in the clear completely, but we will see an improvement nevertheless. And here in northern parts, in northern sections in Scandinavia, we see that very system that went from Great Britain moving into those countries. So the problems continue in a way, but it's not going to be as bad as we saw it in the last hours. John?
Guillermo Arduino, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Line has been secured.
Mudslides and debris swept through the streets of Atrani in southern Italy after heavy rains hit the area. There are reports that one woman was killed, though. The town saw 121 millimetres of rain in just 12 hours. Those are the latest headlines. Backstory with Michael Holmes starts right now.